Hi, I'm Katie.albee. I'm a real estate agent in Boulder, Colorado. Today's video is the fourth in a series about helping you get oriented to the neighborhoods of Boulder. Today we're going to take a look at South Boulder. Let's go look at a map to help you get oriented.
Here we are taking a look at South Boulder. Pearl Street downtown is just out of view up here, and then to help you get oriented, here is the University of Colorado Boulder. Two major streets that break up some of these neighborhoods is Broadway, which turns into Highway 93, and then 28th Street, which turns into Highway 36. We're going to start by taking a look at the University Hill area, then Lower Chautauqua, then we'll take a look at Table Mesa, Martin Acres, the Keewatin neighborhood, and just out of view over here, the Ridgelea neighborhood. Now this by no means is all the neighborhoods in South Boulder, but I've just chosen a few to help you get an idea of some of these neighborhoods. So here we are, starting off in the University Hill area. The University Hill area has a mix of condos and single-family homes, a number of which are rented to university students. Most of these condos were built in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And as for the single-family homes, quite a few were built around the turn of the century, though you'll also see a number of homes from the 20s, 30s, 40s, and even 50s. All these homes are within walking distance to the university, and there also is what's known as the Hill. It's almost like another downtown. It's really popular with university students. There's lots of shops and restaurants, some stores. There's even Fox Theater here. A lot of great acts come by. The public schools in this area are Flatirons Elementary, Manhattan Middle, and Boulder High. Now, this is looking at just the single-family homes that sold in 2017. The average price of a single-family home there was about $1.2 million. Now we're going to take a look at Chautauqua Park, and this is just what's known as Lower Chautauqua Park. However, it is north of actual Chautauqua Park. And this neighborhood, many of the single-family homes in this area were built in the 20s, 30s, and 40s. It's pretty fun if you're into looking at houses. Some common styles you'll see are Tudor, Elizabethan, and Colonial. And as I said earlier, these homes are built really close to Chautauqua Park, which has miles and miles of beautiful hiking trails. It's probably the most popular place to hike in Boulder. The public schools in this area are Flatirons Elementary, Manhattan Middle, and Boulder High. Here are a look at the homes, the single-family homes that sold in 2017. The average sale price was right about $1.2 million. Now, as we head south along Broadway and just to the west of Broadway, we're going to look at the Table Mesa area. The majority of these homes are single-family homes, and a lot of them were built in the 1960s. These homes are close to a network of trails that link up with some of the trails at Chautauqua, which we talked about earlier. You can see how beautiful it is here. The public schools in this area are Mesa and Bear Creek Elementary, Southern Hills Middle, and Fairview High. Here's a look at the single-family homes that sold last year, and the average sale price was around $800,000. Now we're moving east of Broadway, which takes us into the Martin Acres neighborhood, and this area is largely composed of single-family homes built in the 50s and the 60s. And there also are some multi-family rentals. Most of those were built in the 70s and the 80s. The public schools in this area are Creekside and Mesa Elementary, Manhattan and Southern Hills Middle, and Fairview High. Here we're looking at the single-family homes that sold in 2017, and the average sale price was around $650,000. Now we're going to head a little bit more east into a neighborhood known as Keewatin. In the Keewatin neighborhood, there is a pretty strong mix of single-family and multi-family homes. A majority of the single-family and multi-family homes here were built in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. The public schools in this area are Eisenhower Elementary, Southern Hills Middle, and Fairview High. You'll also see in this area, this neighborhood backs up to a beautiful walking trail along Baseline Reservoir. Here we are looking at the single-family homes that sold in 2017, and the average sale price was around $740,000. Now heading just a little further east is the Ridgelea neighborhood. A lot of the homes in this area were built in the 60s and 70s. And they're just single-family homes here, and a number of them have great views of the foothills. This neighborhood also backs up to Baseline Reservoir, and this reservoir is a recreational spot that is available to homeowners who live in this area. The schools in this area are Douglas Elementary, Platt Middle School, and Fairview High School. So here we are looking at the homes that sold in 2017 in the Ridgelea neighborhood. The average price of these homes was around $800,000. Now, we've taken a look at a number of neighborhoods in South Boulder, but by no means is this an exhaustive list, though I'm hoping you're starting to get a little bit of a feel of some of the different styles and prices of homes, as well as the recreational opportunities available in each neighborhood. If you have any further questions, I'd be happy to answer them for you. My information is in the description box below. Thanks so much for watching.